All right, so I decided to give this another try to see how it goes this time, see if it's gonna save the whole video and it's gonna stop breaking up. So, once again, I decided today I was going to read The Return of Thelma the Unicorn, because last year I was able to read Thelma the Unicorn, so much so to all the classes that it actually started breaking the binding of my book. It's coming apart a little bit because it's been read so much. So then the author came out with her return. So I just wanted to go back through and I wanted to reread these to you guys. So Thelma the Unicorn, I'm going to read this one just to refresh our memory from last year. It says, Thelma felt a little sad. In fact, she felt forlorn. You see, she wished with all her heart to be a unicorn. Her best friend's name was Otis. He liked her quite a lot. He said, "You're perfect as you are." But Thelma said, "I am not." And that was when she saw it, a carrot on the ground. It gave her such a great idea, she squealed and jumped around. She took that simple carrot and she tied it to her nose. I'll say that I'm a unicorn. It might just work. Who knows? Well, as she did, a truck drove by. The driver rubbed his eyes. Good grief! Is that a unicorn? He shrieked in great surprise. As Thelma watched the swerving truck, it very nearly hit her. Would you believe that truck was filled with nice pink paint and glitter?
Hi, Mom.
What's going to happen to Thelma?
She's going to be a unicorn.
She's going to be covered with that paint and glitter and be a unicorn?
How about I be in the camera?
Okay. Oh, Thelma looked amazing. She was a unicorn. I'm special now, she cried out loud. And so a star was born. Wasn't Thelma special all along already? She was. All across the whole wide world, her fans would cheer her name. Thelma loved it every bit. The fame, the fame, the fame.
What's a fame?
When everybody knows who you are, that's what fame is.
Oh.
Thelma was a superstar. All her dreams had come true. But soon she found that so much fame was kind of tricky too. You see, her fans were mad for her. They'd scream and cry and laugh. They'd chase her everywhere she went to get her autograph. In fact, they'd chase her all day long. It never, ever stopped. They chased her while she exercised. They chased her while she shopped. Please don't chase me anymore, she asked the screaming crowd. We'll chase you all we want, they said. We're fans, so it's allowed. And some were not her fans at all. No, some were really mean. And some just did the meanest things she'd really ever seen. Look at this. On this page, they're throwing eggs at her. They're hitting her with eggs. And on this page, it says, I don't like unicorns. And what does this one say?
I agree.
It says, is that kind?
No.
No, not at all. That's not kind at all.
I do like unicorns.
Me too. So does Sis, huh?
And Dad.
And Dad. So one dark night, she felt quite sad, this famous little pony. She said, I thought that I'd feel great, but all I feel is lonely. She's missing her little buddy Otis, isn't she? And so with that, she changed her mind, this lonely unicorn. She cleaned off all her sparkles and she ditched her magic horn. You see all the sparkles on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then she walked right past the crowd. They didn't even notice. She thought how nice it would be. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even notice. She thought how nice it would be to see her lovely friend Otis. And when she asked about...
Mom,
Yeah?
there's 3 periods.
There are 3 periods.
And there's another one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 periods.
Very good. Scoot over because we want to see the book in the camera. And when he asked about her trip beneath her favorite tree, he simply said, "Oh, it was fun, but I'd rather just be me." So last year, whenever we read this book, we talked about how important it is to be yourself.
No, it's this one.
Yeah, we'll read that one in just a second.
Okay.
And we talked about how great it is to have someone like Otis in our life that we can depend on. And Miss Talaa will always be that person if you need me to be that person. We talked about that too. But we talked about this a lot. And we talked about how you're not going to like everybody you meet, and that's okay. You're not always going to like everyone. But we talked about how important it is to respect everyone. Uh-oh, it looked like our camera flipped.
Why?
I don't know. Let's change it back. There it is. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's what we talked about with Thelma the Unicorn last year. Being respectful of people all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we might think something, but that doesn't mean that we have to say it. We don't have to walk around telling people that we don't like them. And we don't need to encourage other people to do that either. That's one of those things, sometimes you think things, but you don't say them out loud.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and my brain says, no, not when I kill you, and not if I hate you.
Oh, that's right, because sometimes in movies like Madagascar, they say mean things to each other, but we know that we don't repeat those things.
Yeah.
Our brain says, no, you're right, it does.
Yeah, but in Madagascar, where Alex says, as I'm gonna kill you, Marnie.
And we say,
No.
No. And we don't say that to people, right?
No.
It's very hurtful, isn't it?
Yeah, and
It
that's
is.
very mean. Now
It
let's read the Return of the Unicorn.
The Return of who? What's her name?
The Return of Thelma the Unicorn.
Thelma the Unicorn. That's right. Here we go.
The Return of Thelma the Unicorn.
Yeah. Let's see what happened. And we see on the very first page, I'm going to push this right up to the camera. We see it's a missing poster. Any information? People are missing Thelma.
Mommy,
Aren't they?
Mommy, isn't that water or Coke?
Tea.
Tea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let Mommy read, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Mommy's going to read.
Okay.
Thelma felt a little shocked. In fact, she felt quite torn. You see, she'd made the whole world sad. We missed our unicorn. She sees a big billboard with her face on it.
Where is Thelma?
Where is Thelma?
And it has a question mark.
Because they want to know, huh?
I am a question mark.
It
right?
says any information.
Does anyone have
nope.
any questions?
Let Mommy read. Any information, please call. And it says 1-800-THELMA. Thelma, please come back. They all miss Thelma.
Yeah.
From every corner of the earth, her fans did wail and cry. Thelma, please come back. Why did you leave us? Why?
Why is the question mark out?
Thelma's best friend Otis and her all-time greatest fan said, gee, they really miss you. We should help them if we can. Help them, blurted Thelma. Dress up like before? Oh no, we missed it again. Why does our camera flip? I'm gonna tell. There it is.
Why does my camera always flip to the magic school bus?
Because the magic school bus is cool. Help them, blurted Thelma. You mean dress up like before? They don't need phony unicorns. Of that, I am quite sure. But Otis shook his shaggy head and said, I think they do. You're not a phony. You're the best. And what they miss is you. You made people happy. They felt cheerful for a while. Who cares if it's a costume? Thelma, you made people smile. There's nothing wrong with make-believe. You can be a star. As long as you remember what you love and who you are. But last time it was scary. Oh, and some of them were mean. Well, this time you'll have backup. I am here for you, my queen.
It's the comma.
But I don't have my outfit. How can I disguise my face? Otis said, I kept this and some glitter just in case. So just like that, they hit the road. They barely stopped to pack.
Yeah.
They both had lots of work to do. The unicorn was back. The whole wide world was overjoyed. Her fans all went berserk. But this time, Thelma had her friend, and that's what made it work.
Yeah.
Her fabulousness exploded like a joyful glitter bomb. While Otis cheered her from the wings, girl, get your sparkle on. Is he a good friend? High five, you did a snap. Where's my high five? Is Otis a good friend? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lives were changed. Look at this check. It says money raised for charity. Look at all those zeros. That's a lot of work for some charities.
Wow.
And fun was had.
Hey, Mom.
And love was in the air.
Hey,
And at the end of every day, her friend was always there.
Mom. Mom, yeah. Wait till it. So 3 commas. 1, 2, 3, what? In 5. So 5 commas.
5 commas. That's a lot of commas. Otis watched her spread the love. He felt so very proud. Thelma could just do her thing. He handled every crowd. And it says, and here they are again. I don't like unicorns in me either. But he says, so when those mean old haters come to mock or diss or scoff, she felt so brave and happy. She could always shake it off. She's singing to the crowd. She's going to shake off all those haters. And on days off, they cuddled up beneath their favorite tree. And Otis would recite these words as Thelma smiled with glee. The world may not be perfect. Yes, a rose may have its thorns. But one thing is for certain. The world needs unicorns. The end. Boys and girls, isn't it such a great thing to have a friend like Otis? Is Thelma lucky? Is Thelma lucky to have a good friend like Otis? Yes. Should we all try to be good friends like Otis? Is that what we should be trying to do? Yeah? All right, Liam, guess what? It's time for you to lay down for quiet time. Can you say bye?
No, I'd rather read a nursery book.
Look, Miss Ferguson said, what does she say? Can you read it?
Yeah.
What does it say?
What?
What does it say?
Liam is
Cracking
me up. Thanks for reading.
Thanks for reading. Do you know what that means when she says Liam is cracking me up?
Mm-hmm.
She means that your silliness is just so funny. quiet time like sis. You say, see you later.